And we're live. Holy shit. Yeah, we're good to go.
Oh my
Oh.
God. Okay. Well, I would be lying if I said I have any clue what's going to happen tonight, but I'm really glad that we're all here. Um, so yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's introduce people. Let's talk about yourselves. And I don't believe in saving the best for last. I like putting the HBIC right up front. Chuck, what have you got for us?
Yeah, you're on Defenders of Cobalt, so that's the important thing. Oh, and thanks for those bits, Captain Kyrian, because,
Man.
Dan's going to need it.
Sorry.
And, what? I don't even know what I was talking about. Yeah, we got shit on the channel all the time. It's great. The important thing is right now, we've got a Kickstarter that's still going. The link should be coming up. There you go. If you want to go check it out, it's for the next issue of the zine. Chuck dies in the end, and it's fantastic. Do the things. Help us out. Yeah, and I'm still playing the Mysterious Stranger, who's currently in immortal alien parading around as a beach hippie who can shapeshift into all of his past lovers. He's had time being pretty much every creature on the planet, so he can shapeshift into everything.
That's wonderful. And I love that every creature you shapeshift into was some former lover. That just makes it even better.
Yeah. I mean, it's not creepy if I was a goat at the time.
Sure. So instead of trying to argue with that, Dan, how are you?
I was doing all right, but now I'm mostly confused, concerned. I'm Dan with the Defenders, and I'm playing a shortcut now. It's official. My main goal is to cheat as hard as I can and screw up as many of Jeremy's plans as possible.
I mean, in my heart, I say God bless you every session. But if anybody's from the South, you know that God bless you secretly means you son of a bitch. But, good for you. God bless you.
I've decided at this point that's actually just what I'm doing. Just
Wonderful.
trying to get right to the bottom of the notes.
It's good, man. There's nothing better than just like having a page of notes and just saying, meh, fuck it. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Dan. And then to restore myself, look at this paragon of beauty down in the bottom left here. Dion, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Dion. I'm a member of Defenders of Cobalt, and I also stream on Twitch under the name Substances Used. Just playing Fast Grass tonight, and I'd like to state for the record that no animals were harmed in the stream last week, even though things happened, and we're just gonna move on.
Yeah, we keep it classy. That's okay.
Yeah, 100% classy here.
So classy. Speaking of classy, who's the man that can teach us how to become the man? The wind beneath my wings. Jake, tell us about yourself.
There's not really a whole lot to say about myself except that one day I am going to become the man, and it's going to be awesome.
That's
but
true.
Until then, I will be portraying Dr. Karloff, who is a master of mysticism and darkness and the manipulation of time. Straight out of the old-fashioned comic books, like something that you would hear discussed about on the Plewdcast, which is a pretty cool podcast. PLEWD cast. It's pretty good.
Aw, you just made my heart grow 3 sizes, you sweet son of a bitch. I don't really know how to respond to that. So instead of being bashful and embarrassed, I'm just going to turn to the big, beautiful bear at the bottom right. Jeff, how are you?
I'm doing all right, buddy. So hi, I'm Jeff. Chuck dropped the link. I stream at twitch.tv/thelollygaggers. Come check us out. We got a regular Alien game that you can see 2 of these fools in. And we're starting up a new game on in March, a couple weeks over on the Free League Publishing channel. We're going to be playing Things from the Flood. And then later that month, we're also starting up a Delta Green game. And then like Tuesday afternoons at like 3:30 Central, you can catch me on Garblag Games, where our other friend Matt is trying to have me go insane in a Call of Cthulhu game. So there's that. I am playing the Hellhammer, formerly the Missing Link, always Barry Grant, a circus performer, carnival worker, carny, who Jeremy tricked into murdering people because there's been body hopping demons that have been controlling my life since apparently since birth. I think, I don't know, it's been a really long time. It just feels like that. And one of those sons of bitches is good old Santa Claus, who we learned last time is Lucifer himself. And Jeremy keeps talking about he doesn't know what's going to happen. Like, I've made my intentions clear with my background tonight. Santa's going down, and I'm taking control. That's what's going to happen.
I hear that, and I respect it. I mean, if anything, like, somebody claims there can only be one, and at that point, I've got a couple pages of notes, but you bring out Highlander, and I kind of have to respect it.
Yeah, second. Yeah, sorry. Just you started it. Is really what I'm after here.
Take those
I kind of did.
Happen. Put a pencil right through them.
Yep.
We're just gonna cut right to the end.
Just do it.
I'm okay with that.
So, anyways, I started cutting off Santa Claus's head.
There we go. And but to be fair, we got through about 2/3 of this module. I rarely really get through a module as written.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually the players will find something else that's way better than anything I could do. So yeah, there we were, in the North Pole by way of the Plateau of Lang and going into the realm of the dreaming. And we got to work together, did a little world building on describing a very different version of the North Pole than most of us know. I think we had kind of like a haunted sort of like industrial city set in the mountainscape, where if you die there, your soul is trapped. So these horrible working conditions that all the elves are in. You guys had said that Frosty the Snowman is actually some sort of like primordial being that was ousted and now wanders as some mind-controlled slave. And that there was an actual oracle here in the North Pole, I believe, right?
Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah.
How he gets his naughty and nice list.
Yeah.
Right.
Knows when people are sleeping.
So, there we were. We're kind of at the outskirts, and maybe I wasn't intending to drop the whole reveal of Santa being Lucifer, but it just kind of came up organically. You kind of talked to Rudolph about like, hey man, that was kind of messed up. Like, Santa knew you were being bullied, right? And then one thing led to another, and you plied poor malleable Rudolph with weed and funny shape changing tricks, and next thing you know, he spilled the beans.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're kind of at the edge of the city, approaching the gates. You can see this kind of off-kilter version of the North Pole that's definitely different than what's been in your mind since childhood. You've just had some very interesting knowledge dropped upon you. Rudolph is kind of like shrugging his shoulders as if he doesn't know exactly where to go from here. Well, I was supposed to bring you to him. I can still do that if you like. Or he looks like he's almost like anticipating you to do something to him.
Here's the question. Do we want to ask this question? Does Rudolph want things to change here? I think I kind of just ask this internally. We want to offer Rudolph change.
Sure. We could get his impression. Like,
Yeah. You remember him saying earlier, like before he let it slip, basically he mentioned that you don't have to be a good person to do good things, was how he had described the situation in the North Pole.
Is this good?
Do you ask him if he feels like it's good?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of happiness that gets delivered every year, and some people get hope. there's also, elder beings from the beyond that he holds back.
So,
Are
like,
people here happy though?
Well, sometimes you got to look at the big picture. At least that's what I was always taught. Is like, the many outweigh the few, and so it's okay to be unhappy if more people are happy, right? That's what being a good person means, I think.
man, this is like some straight up like trolley shit, man.
I don't understand that, but that's probably true.
It is definitely trolley shit.
Yeah, man. Like, you take some people and like you tie them to these like train tracks, and then like you do it at like a split, and then you take some other people and you tie them to some train tracks, and it's like if you just let the train be a train, man, like it's gonna kill some people, man. But like if
Which
you
ones?
pull the lever and it goes to the other train tracks, man, there's less people on those, so you're gonna kill less people, man. So like you save lives by killing lives, man.
No, man. I remember Donna used to love a game like that.
Did you say Madonna?
No, Donner.
Oh, okay, man.
Who's Madonna?
I listen, man. Like, I don't know.
Um, I mean, I don't know. I'm just really scared of what would happen if he wasn't here. But like, I don't know. I guess we do good.
What if you could make people happy and also be happy?
Are you high too?
Not yet.
Nobody makes
Candy,
other people happy by being
man.
happy.
What if?
I don't know. I just know he wanted to talk to you, so I can get you in there if you want me to.
Oh, we're gonna go talk to Santa, man.
I mean, I don't know if he knows now that I screwed up. He probably
Well-
does, but maybe he doesn't.
We can keep it on the down low to start with.
Who's
He always knows when I'm lying, though.
who's one of them reindeer you don't like?
Who's
Hmm.
one of the reindeer who doesn't like you?
Yeah, there you go. One of the ones who picked on you or some such.
I always wanted to stab Prancer.
Yeah, we're gonna say Prancer told us. It'll be fine. Don't worry about
All right.
Yeah, go and give me like a social check of your choice.
it. Oh god. I have performed for an audience. It's oh my god. It's either that or it's 50 for anything else. I gotta
50-50.
size something up unless you thought size something went up, but that doesn't. Is it 50-50?
Yeah.
No.
You see him like at first he's tempted, but it's like, he always knows when I lie. He always knows.
You like
maybe
that?
maybe you
Maybe.
just take us there and then don't come in with us, so then you don't have to lie.
Okay. I like that a lot.
You think it's right that you're not allowed your own secrets and such, that he's just rattling around in your mind, stealing all your thoughts and such? You think that's a good thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, man. Like, how does he know you're lying?
I don't. I assume because he's a lord of lies, if you lie, he can just sense
Oh,
it.
yeah, that's right, man. Like, I don't know,
Yeah,
Hell.
he is like Satan, dude. Like,
I don't know, man. Like, Hellhammer, like, what do you want to do, man? Like, this was your red wagon.
I mean, let's just talk to him, see what he's got to say. But I'm just I'm just a little sick and tired of people kind of screwing around with me, and I think he's been one of the ones who's been screwing around with me since the start. You know, like he came busting in and making him seem like he's the kind of the righteous good man and such. But nah, I mean, we'll hear him out. We'll hear the old man out. But
All right, man. Well, whatever you decide, I'll back I'll back you up, man. Like,
All right.
I think we should make Santa more amenable to conversation. There's one thing that I know about Santa Claus is that he can't resist milk and cookies. Fastgrass, could you whip us up a special batch of cookies?
Man, I already have a batch. I was saving it for when we stopped to have a snack.
Well, I think we have a plan.
Okay.
We just got to be careful about lying ourselves, it seems.
These things are super potent too. I'm sure the entire batch will be plenty for them.
well, like, what do we think we have to lie about in there?
Maybe
Our
nothing.
intentions.
I guess
But,
we'll just tell him the truth. I mean, like, all else fails, like, maybe if we're like, hey, we just want to smash you in the face, man, like, maybe he'll respect our truthfulness.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows we want to smash him in the face already.
Maybe, man.
We'll find out soon.
I say we go in expecting an ambush or something. Keep your guard up.
yeah,
Alright.
as you mentioned that, like this is almost like a fortress set up around an industrial city. So you do see Rudolph go and hail the gate. You see these large metal gates open up. There's lots of these, arguably, like, it's kind of like mishmash of, like, it's ridiculous and yet it's kind of like grim and depressing at the same time, that you see all these, like, just tired faced looking elves that all have, like, candy cane machine guns, like, kind of strung across their shoulder, little gingerbread machetes at their hip, and they all just kind of have, like, glassy black eyes as they stare down at you. Meanwhile, like, a couple of Yeti foremen, like, yell down to, like, close the gate behind you as you come in. One of them is just, like, it's got one of those giant spider legs, like, fashioned into, like, a fancy club. It just kind of stares at you. The elves don't seem to care, but the Yetis seem interested.
Okay. The
Like
elves
they're-
are seeing through us, but the Yetis are actually looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like puff chest stuff as I'm walking past the Yetis. Like, well, you think you're something? You want a piece of this? Just,
Okay.
just a little bit.
All right. You want to
Size 'em
try?
up.
Go for it. You want to try maybe do a little bit of intimidation or something of that nature?
Yeah, I just want to like who you looking at now? Like,
Okay.
you don't know who we are.
Go for it.
So I don't have intimidation, so it's just a 50-50 unless you want to size someone up to count for this.
If you could think of a way to argue it, I would let you.
Yeah, I would just flip a coin. Oh, just barely got it.
Just
There we
barely.
go.
You kind of puff up your chest, and you still kind of have, like, a little bit of the Santa Claus vibe to you. And one of them does kind of come up and starts kind of, trying to puff its chest up at you, and you do. And it kind of, like, notices your overall get up and sort of slinks back. Maybe another Yeti, like, reaches over and kind of pokes at it and tells it to step back. So it does step away, but does that whole, like, snarling at you as it does sort of
I'll meet
deal.
the new boss, man. Same as the old boss. Let's go.
Rudolph leads you through that gate. You get a little further in the city, you see, like, some of the outskirts, like some of your lighter industrial stuff, like maybe where it's more like carpentry and whatnot. You go through another set of gates with more elves. You end up going through 4 different walls to get to the center of the North
Like,
Pole.
does security intensify as we go in, or is it just that there's
It
walls?
does seem that way. You actually, as you get more to the center of the city, like, and everything is kind of ridiculous. Like, you have these patrol cars that are basically more like snowmobiles, but they've got, like, the oversized candy canes for the racks that they're on. Like, weird little, like, mini Christmas tree type harpoon guns set up on them. Some of them, at this point, you're seeing they have bandoleros of, like, Christmas ornament style grenades on bandoleros. It's nonsense. There's no way I can get around it. But yeah, it's a heavily secured, ridiculous place. And as you get more towards the center of it, you can kind of see like this, the swirl of energies up in the sky, where there's like all the trapped spirits. There's the moaning of ghosts and whatnot that kind of mingle with the smoke and stuff coming up from all the factories. So kind of as you get towards the center of the city, like you kind of have this competing. There's consistent carolers that are all kind of around, but it looks like they all have smiles on their face, but it looks like very forced smiling, and it looks like they've been held in place being forced to carol a lot, and like that sound is just competing with the wailing screams of the undead who can't escape.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do we see like the elves or whoever happens to be living here? Like, do we see any of them? Is it like windows, shutters shut? Is this place like shut down? Is it?
Yeah, probably that's like a good on the outer 2 rings is where you'd see most of them would live. The further in you get, the more industrialized and like major factory sort of stuff that you get. The outer rings is where most of like the lighter stuff goes on, and where there's more of the domestic areas. But yeah, you probably do have like a situation where you go past and you have the classic like Western, like people are like looking through a window and then they shut it as you walk past.
All right.
But you've all been invited, so nobody really holds you up too much, since you've kept Rudolph with you to kind of lead the way. But outside of puffing your chest out a little bit, nobody's really done anything to provoke anybody. So yeah, it all goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, at least not yet.
And then you get to the Crimson King's palace. It's a little more decorative. Definitely like a bright, shining morning star of sort of effect on the top of his house. You kind of see the fat, jolly old bastards in front of his, small castle. Just kind of like tending to a couple of trees. You see him just kind of like wave with a big bitten hand. Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
I hope
man.
the journey wasn't too bad.
It
We were
actually,
attacked by sharks flying through the air.
And some crazy spiders too.
A sharknado! Amazing! And those spiders are trouble.
Not for us.
I didn't think they would be. And look at you, little one. You've really grown into that jacket. I am so proud of you. I'm really glad that you've all come here today. But I see questions on your faces, so I'll let you go first.
Well, I mean, we're here because of you. We were hoping you'd tell us what you had us here out for.
Well, I'm gonna shoot straight with you. We have an oracle here. Helps out with the whole naughty nice thing, and well, I've seen some terrible portents. It'd be really hard to describe everything, but I could bring you to the oracle and let her show you herself.
I'm cool with that.
All right.
Okay, then. Just a little bit of incense, a little bit of ritual, nothing to worry about. And so, yeah, he brings you inside of his castle, kind of go deeper and deeper into it. You kind of get to what looks like a special steeple with an arched gateway. And within it is a being that is humanoid, but, eyeless and kind of like with a weird glow to its skin. The clothes that are draped over it don't really match anything that seems familiar. It seems kind of otherworldly, but it's just sitting in a pool of water. I think one of you had even mentioned kind of like a fun Minority Report sort of vibe. But yeah, and you just see it sitting around or sitting in this pool of water. And so I'm gonna get started with the candles and the incense. Just a little bit of this and that. We'll get the circle arranged and Don't you worry. The only babies we have to kill are the spider eggs.
Right. Is that a concern normally?
I don't know. Is it a concern for you?
Only outside the fourth wall, man.
So yeah, Santa just kind of goes along with it, and you do see him bring in several elves that have their heads shaved, their ears have been cropped, their noses are missing, and they all seem to have like these weird filed teeth. Maybe they aren't elves, but they're about the same size as elves, but they seem wrong. But
Is this area that we're in, are we being like closed in it?
well, as he's going to prepare the ritual, yeah, they do go to close the doors because, well, yeah, it doesn't do much good to set up all the incense if you're just going to let it air out.
I may make an effort to like, plug my nose up and some stuff like that. And
Okay.
We can ask him like, what's this incense gonna do here?
Oh, well, it's going to help us see what the oracle can see and share it, allow you all to share the vision together.
And where the creepy looking elf things that you're talking about, that's not the oracle, right? That's just like helpers or something.
No.
Okay.
If you even have a rank of size someone up, they're about the same size as elves, but they clearly don't look like elves.
Mm-hmm.
There's a decent chance one or two of you might have the background to guess what they are. Probably some of you above board know what they are.
I mean, Hellhammer just says like, what the hell are those things?
Oh, just some poor displaced immigrants. That's all. Just trying to give them a chance to earn their keep.
Mm-hmm. Indentured labor, just like take them from somewhere else, force them to do your bidding.
Oh, no, they love the work they do here.
I'm gonna look at one of them. Do you love the work you do here?
And just kind of turns to you, and again, like the nose has been cut off, and just kind of pries back the smile, where it's just a maw full of filed down teeth. And it just kind of like licks its lips and looks at you
Are
and
they,
nods
like,
its head up and down.
filed down teeth, or like
Yeah, like just sharp, like almost like little triangles instead of regular teeth.
What kind of work do they do?
Oh, all sorts of things. We sometimes have people that try to get in here that don't belong.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
all
Jake,
right.
do you have any like knowledge type skills for Dr. Karloff?
Just outright, aside from my arcane scalar, I don't.
I would give you a free 50-50 roll at the very least.
All right, I'll go for that then. Oof. Nope.
Not quite sure. But yeah, they're off. They're weird little things. But yeah, above board, if anybody's familiar with chochos, that's what these things are. But yeah, they smell horrible. Like the one that smiled and nodded at you, you get just kind of like a waft of its breath, and it just smells like rotten flesh. But what I will give you, Jake, is as they're doing the ritual, they do kind of smash a bunch of spider eggs. They do the circle. They do the incense. What would you say is the thing that makes you uncomfortable? Like, I'll let you choose one aspect of the ritual that you think would be something that just like is a red flag to you. Because you're a damn occultist.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide what would.
Maybe you recognize the circle they're drawing or something.
Yeah, there would have to be something about the pattern of the imp itself that would make him uneasy, but I don't know what that would be.
Thinking like Full Metal Alchemist.
Maybe it'd be akin to the logo of the of the movie film company that it calls the big shots in Hollywood.
Mm. Yeah, I think that's fair. You kind of watch the procedure of how it's going. You see that the ritual is nearing completion. Well, all you'll need to do now is just hold hands. Don't let go of one another. You're going to want to be each other's safety net. And soon, just breathe deep, and you'll be able to share the Oracle's vision.
What's the circle drawn with?
It's red.
Just like chalk, or is it like sand?
It's powdery
or
red.
It's powder.
Yeah, there's like a hint of cinnamon to it when it gets sprinkled out.
Santa's not participating with us.
Well, initially he's standing outside, but you could ask him to join you if you like.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to see the vision too, man?
Oh, I've seen it, and that's why I called you. I wanted you to have a chance to see it on your own without worry that I'm in some way altering it.
So if one of us sits out to keep the rest of us safe.
Of course. I understand. Who wants to keep old Saint Nick company?
I can do it if we want, or do we want our invulnerable person to do it?
Who's our invulnerable person, man?
We have an invulnerable person?
I mean, sort of. They're a lot harder to kill than the
Immortal,
rest of
yeah.
us.
Yeah. I guess I can if you want me to, but sometimes you just gotta leap in with like all 4 feet, man, and like just go for a ride.
Well, maybe I'll sit out then because I can shortcut us out of here quickly.
There you go, man. Hey, Ashley, thanks for those bits.
Oh, that is pretty awesome. Okay, so
I might
everybody
need
at
those
But
bits.
Shortcut steps into the ring, breathes in the incense, and okay, let me pull up. I'm actually going to use a section of notes I thought I was just going to skip. I was like, "There's no way they're going to agree to this."
I didn't. Yeah. Hey, wait a second. Oh shit. No.
I really didn't think anybody in any way would agree to this, but I'm very happy.
I'm following Hellhammer's lead here, like
I'm just biding my time. I'm
Yeah.
trying to take in some information here.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is hopefully an opportunity for us to learn what's going on
Yeah.
a little bit. But
Okay,
Hellhammer's not a villain, but like he's got a big chip on his shoulder for sure.
Yeah.
But he's not a villain, so he's not just gonna come out and start just start smashing right off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you have to take the job over, like
Yeah,
yeah, you're making Santa train you for
right.
his
yeah.
replacement.
Plus, I'm a wanderer too. Like I'm part of the carnival. We move all the place. Like I got to stay stationary in one place. No, man, you can't tie me down.
This is delightful. So you guys kind of, as you're breathing in the incense, after your minds, it's almost like you kind of go into your own heads and kind of like you get into that weird thing. If you've ever stayed up too late where it's kind of like 3 a.m. and you're like only sort of awake, you kind of get into that sort of a trance, and then you kind of feel yourself like lift up out of your own body and kind of enter this vortex, and all of you kind of swirl together as one, and then you feel yourselves settling almost like a feather into an area that looks like the middle of your home city, but it's not the right time. So many things seem wrong and different. The cars are less blocky, and there's buildings where there weren't buildings before, and there is so very many things wrong. What we are going to do is we're going to work together. Those who let themselves be involved in the vision, we're going to work together to help create the dystopian future setting.
Oh.
So I'm going to pull that up. And then meanwhile, Shortcut, just kind of sitting outside with some chochos. One of the chochos like offers you a cup of something. Smells like hot cocoa. It just kind of smiles and nods at you.
Mm-hmm. I'll do that thing where you like, purse your lips and put the drink up to your mouth and I'll appear to drink it.
So
I'm going to open a tiny portal in my mouth and pour it into it and have it run out on the floor somewhere else.
oh, that's awesome. I love that. And then kind of as you're doing that, like, you know what, Shortcut? That is a wonderful trick. I really like that. And I don't blame you at all. I'm just curious, how long did it take Rudolph to break?
To do what?
How long did it take Rudolph to break?
Seemed like he was broken when we started. I mean,
You're not even actually lying. I like that. I like that. Don't worry, Shortcut. You're a good guy. I like you. Do you want to watch what your friends are seeing? This is going to be a lot of fun. Probably. I mean, not really. I'm excited to see what they see.
maybe. I mean, sometimes watching other people's reactions got its own appeal.
It really does. I think we're going to get along, Shortcut. I really do. So meanwhile, in the dystopian future, I think what I would aim to do is like we want to set like a general vibe and then kind of work together to set it up. I'm thinking, given some of the stuff that we've gone through previously, I feel like it's not unreasonable to assume it's sort of a hell on earth sort of dystopian future.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I think
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay. So just kind of that as an opening starting point. And there's our general like little checklist of stuff, but then we're going to kind of invite each of you to sort of like some personal stake that happens to you while you're there. So we've got sort of like a do we think this is it's a hell on earth setting, but is it sort of like, is it just run down, or is it straight up like post-apocalyptic? Maybe it's a misleading utopia, or is it like a constant world at war sort of situation?
I think the misleading utopia is the most sinister.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think it kind of tracks with what you've sort of laid the groundwork with some of the carnival, how like the demons and stuff are a little bit more insidious and they're willing to kind of like take in positional roles and control things like
Yeah.
Machiavellian, like, as opposed to just fire and brimstone
Yeah.
Cool
all the
deal.
time. Yeah.
I like that too. Okay, so it's hell on earth, but it's still more like a misleading utopia. I dig it.
Second, I'll be right back.
So
Turn it up so I can hear you.
this may not be something that your characters are immediately aware of, but there might be hints of it around you. But the next question on this setting is, what event most directly led to this future? There could be other things, but like, what would be a major turning point that helped cause this? Was it maybe the assassination of an important world leader, a superpowered catastrophe, some sort of unchecked war, an ecological disaster, technology run amok, maybe a pandemic or an invasion, or maybe some political act gone astray?
We're dealing with demons taking over people and at key positions. So political could fit with that. Also,
Yeah.
given the time that we live in, a pandemic's never a wrong answer.
Why
Okay.
not both?
We could combine pandemic and political act, and in no way
Which
let
then
this.
allowed invading demons to come through and take over the political scene.
Yeah,
Nice.
the demons, maybe they were, maybe they weren't responsible for the pandemic, but they were certainly the ones that could fix everything, posing as our politicians.
Awesome. So we're going to assume this is, comic book logic, like modern day is always a little bit fluid, but we're going to say this dystopia is kind of relatively modern day then. Okay, I dig it. What do we want to say is the most dominant, oppressing force in the world right now? Is it a villainous dictator? Mega corporate overlords? Inhuman conquerors? Hateful government? Evil paramilitary force? I feel
You
like you've
have
kind of.
so you
All
have an
of the
idea of which of the
above.
demons that we've encountered would take over in this future? Do you have an idea about that?
It could go, honestly, I would like to leave it open. Like, there's been a few different, like, there's been two major demons, Baphomet and Ariok, but there's been a couple of other demons.
Because we could always say villainous dictator and one of the demons took over.
Yeah, I'm good
I'm
with
not
that.
against that.
If it's Santa himself.
Wait. What was that dude's name? Terry?
Which one?
Oh,
Or
the screw up guy.
Yeah, the screw up guy. What was his name?
Oh,
Oh,
Tommy
shit, the guy I
Splicer.
wished would come back and actually do something
Can
good.
Tommy
Did he actually do
Splicer
something?
can Tommy Splicer be like the new world order? Can he be like leading the revolution or something?
He's the demon puppet.
Yeah.
I want him to be a good guy in the future.
Oh, a good guy.
Yeah, I want him to be like leading a revolution against like the evil corporate overlords or something. Sticking it to the man.
Yeah. Who did he serve? Which demon did he serve?
So when you saw him, Ariok had brought him
Ariok,
forward.
Yeah.
So why don't we make Ariok the main dude in charge of this oppressive
Okay.
super government?
Just really wanted to bring him back.
I was intending to potentially bring him back at some point. I hadn't anticipated using him as a good guy.
I think we might have gotten through to him.
Or if nothing else, I think I would make the argument that yes, maybe he's opposing Ariok, but he's probably not a good guy. It's probably more of like your anti-hero sort of situation where he's a bad guy doing good things for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
But I can be down with that. Tommy Splicer, anti-hero. Because yeah, with a little bit of guidance, his powers can be really useful.
And
But-
he's had many years in the future to work on it.
That's true. Yeah, you slam forward a good 60 years in the future, he might actually be able to do something. Maybe. And then one of the last questions on here is, where are the world's heroes in this hell on earth setting? Are they dead? Are most heroes just dead? Are they in hiding? Are there straight up concentration camps? Are they in exile to maybe some other realm or something like that? They're skinkles.
They just don't want to leave. The hot
dumb.
dogs are too good.
I like dead or hiding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dead
Like-
and hiding.
Like most are dead, like systematically taken out. Okay.
No, I mean, this is the dystopian future. The Skankles is long gone.
Oh yeah.
That
Even
rundown old
worse.
place? No, we replaced it with something more modern and upbeat.
Elbows.
Oh
that's
no.
where you go
Or
to
head,
rub
shoulders,
elbows
knees, and
with the-
toes or something.
Yeah.
Wrists.
Okay. So now there's a different section for more like personal beats, so to speak, while you're in there. So you guys are all kind of like seeing this. You're witnessing the area where Skankles once was, and the tragedy of seeing it replaced with some really lame, like. I mean, I don't want to trash Applebee's, but something that would be like very generic.
No. Let's trash Applebee's.
Filth.
And then meanwhile, man, you all really love Skankles, didn't you?
Yeah.
I went there once, and I mean, maybe it's just me. I didn't get it.
Did you have the hot dogs?
You have the bloomin' hot dog. That's where it's at.
I mean, I did. Yes. It was okay.
Maybe you didn't get like
Just okay.
good hot dogs. You know, you got to get there a little bit. You know, get the off the menu hot dogs.
You got to order
Here's-
animal style.
I see. Okay. You know what? I'm going to pick your brain on that. Thank you. Thank you. So so for some personal beats for anybody that's in there, one of the next things that comes up is like try and picture yourself. You're being pulled in and you're not really there, but you feel yourself kind of entering a version of yourself in this future setting. And you're witnessing just like the worst possible thing that could happen to you. It doesn't have to be just straight up violence. It could be if like there's some sort of personal beat you can think of like a major conflict that you feel like would be appropriate and an end of days thing for your character, or maybe if there's some other tragedy that you're undergoing. Like Fastgrass, I'm sorry, but you are probably
I'm dead. I died like 40 years ago if we're at present day.
yeah, like at best, like you might be on life support.
Yeah,
But
no,
it could be
yeah.
like you might be seeing your own grave.
No, he's dead. Yeah, he's definitely staring at his own grave right now because the way that his backstory works with his powers, he
Mhm.
would not live for even 20 more years at the rate he's going. So
Yeah.
6 years in the future, he's worms, he's
Yeah.
gone.
So right off the bat, as we look at this dystopian future, we see that Fastgrass is just dead. And that's our starting point.
Keep around too soon.
Yeah. I can go around in order of the screen, or if somebody's got something that they have an idea of offhand that they'd want to put in what they think is something they think that they would encounter that would be like just the worst for them.
Mysterious stranger is now it's like a corporate suit,
Oh my.
like super straight laced, money focused, using his powers for corporate espionage to, help the bottom line.
I'm going to volunteer if you're not against it. Do you remember that Hearst Corporation that
Yeah.
you spent some time with?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So you've kind of put yourself into a place where you're kind of almost leading the Hearst Corporation and you've become a corporate shill. Not shill, but corporate man. Okay.
Two ideas. Let me know what you think. One of them was kind of like what Chuck said, but it was I'm Ariok, or Ariok is me. Like it's like he's in my body, and he's
Ooh.
so when we see the villainous dictator come on the screen, it's actually like a cleaned up, like
Oh, wow.
well shaven, well groomed.
Because you were groomed to be a host.
Yeah. So that was one idea, but I don't know if we want to do that. That's up to you whether you want that. The other idea is that I'm just like like a freak in a freak show, and like I'm pulled out and like almost feral at this point because like I haven't seen the light of day or something. So I'm just some kind of like weird carnival sideshow.
Mm-hmm. I do like that, but as crazy as the first one is, I feel like that's if I'm reading a comic and I turn to that page, I feel like that's the thing that makes me go, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
I feel like "Oh shit" wins.
Yeah, I
Okay.
like that a lot.
Fair
So
enough.
yeah, we turn and like, holy crap! They're all calling out to Ariok because the crowd chants his name and they love him because most of the masses don't know not to love him. They think he saved them from the pandemic, and so as they all Ariok, 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 and Ariok comes stepping forward on the podium, but it's not the man that you saw in the Hell Dimension. It is our good friend Barry, now as host to Ariok. It's great. Man, that's so much fun. All right. How about Dr. Karloff?
I think if this takes place in the dystopian future that he's witnessing now, he doesn't come back from this trip he's on.
Mm-hmm.
So, as a result of his initial forced contract with his talent agency, his younger siblings have now been incorporated into the movie industry forcibly. And now their children are forced to be movie stars. And so now it's just an unending cycle of basically spiritual slavery.
I dig it. And to add just a little sting to that, you'll see that kind of the taskmaster over, you know, your younger siblings and future generations of your family. You see a familiar figure and yet not familiar. It looks like Frankie, kind of, except maybe a little bit taller, broader shouldered, but a little bit longer of limb and a little less stocky. Wearing just the most bizarre clothes. They don't make any sense. You like picture somebody who's kind of wearing like counterculture, like punk style clothing mixed with sort of like almost like glam rock makeup and just yelling and screaming at your descendants and telling them that it's their own fault. It basically you get the vibe that's a very clear sense of disdain for your family. It's like, you all deserve this. You know what your brother did to my father. All of you deserve this, and I promise you I'll spend my entire life making you feel miserable.
Jeez.
So yeah, you get the vibe that for some reason Frankie's son blames you for something.
Something bad.
So little Frankie hates you. And then you know what? Dan, you are watching it. All right. So you kind of like, you know, Lucifer sort of leans over to you. He's like, hey man, between you and me, I mean, you are watching. Do you want to see your spot? Do you want to see what happens?
Got an idea. Clearly I'm not there, which means I probably screwed up one of these, and I'm stuck in God only knows where.
Oh, so you just like one of your portals just goes terribly wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. So Shortcut has a portal that goes wrong. Are you just caught in like an unending loop sort of thing?
I assume I'm just going from place to place to place to place, trying to find my way back, but like it's just haywire after haywire after haywire at this point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Lucifer just shows him reruns of Quantum Leap.
Well, I was about to say, like, the last episode of Quantum Leap does kind of hint a little bit at the good leaper, bad leaper sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because
there are a couple episodes like that in the series too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my power's just gone awry, and it's just like I can open up portals, but who knows when and where they'll take me.
Nice. I dig that. So like that's kind of your thing. Like you're just trying to find home. Okay. I dig that. So
And
we
now
kind
explain
of
why I'm just like gone.
That's true. You know, Lucifer's like, oh, that's a good one. I like that. Then you see him get a little less comfortable as the mists kind of begin to coalesce and pull you into a more united area there in that dystopian area. As you now see yourselves kind of whisked to the North Pole again, but this is the North Pole in the somewhat modern day. And it is just devastated. The walls are broken. Most of it is burned, scorched, just utterly destroyed. The North Pole has been ruined. And the area where his castle is currently, where the Oracle was standing, you see that entire hillside has just been ripped away from the earth.
Boy, I didn't think it'd be possible this place gets shittier somehow.
It did get shittier. Somebody came through and just destroyed the North Pole. And at the area where there used to be the Oracle's temple, where the ground is ripped up, there's just this gaping, like 10-foot deep pit remaining that you feel yourselves kind of looking into. And at the bottom of the pit, you see something that looks kind of familiar. It's through muddied waters, but you see one of those seals that you've seen before cracked beneath this site. And that's kind of where the mists begin to fade, and you start to feel yourselves pulled back and away up into the mists and then sort of swirling back into yourself, almost like you're being poured back into your own form. There's a little bit of nausea as you re-enter your own sensibility. But as you're kind of being pulled away, I neglected to share one fairly important thing. Maybe it's the thing that you see as you're heading away, and you see Lucifer kind of flinching, but you've never seen his true form, and yet, at the very least, Hellhammer knows it. You see Lucifer on the hillside where everything is devastated. His entire chest is pulled out, and Lucifer is laying dead on the ground amidst all the destruction. So you all kind of come back and kind of see Santa like twirling his mittened hands. So that was quite a thing, right?
Looks like the future's bad for all of us.
That was quite unpleasant, and I would not care to go through it again, my friend. Like, I'm practicing my future accent, man. Was it good?
Yo, man, that was amazing. I can't wait to hear. Oh, yeah.
Oh man, you guys are just great. I'm sorry, I kept up the act just in case. I really wasn't sure if you would, take a look, but I'm just so glad you all came here, because I get it. There's not really any good reason to trust me. I mean, right? But I don't like dying. You don't like a hell on earth scenario. I feel like this is a win-win opportunity.
I mean, some of it was all right, especially that little end part there.
I'm not gonna lie, you clean up good. I mean, I could set you up with a suit if you want a suit.
No, that's
You
all
don't
right.
You don't have to get possessed by Ariok to look good.
Mm-hmm. I was more talking about that little end part there. We got your ass kicked.
Okay. Hey, you know what? That's fair. I
Yeah.
get it. You have every reason to be frustrated with me. But
So who was Lucky Fellow who whooped your ass? Who was that?
I don't know. So
Say it was
that's the
us.
problem
Say it was
sometimes.
us. It was us, wasn't it?
It could have been. It could have been. The sad thing with some of these visions from the Oracle is you don't always get to see all the lead up. You get like these weird moments, and context matters, but sometimes you don't get the context.
So it's one of those situations where if we do something, we might cause the apocalypse, but if we do nothing, everything might be fine. We might overthink it, right?
Exactly. But here's the thing. She said that she first had that vision before you helped free me. So my concern is, and you see him kind of like pull up the seal. I went ahead and got this pulled up from underneath the site here. Had my little friends there dig it up. Now, normally, this has to stay bound to me. And, for reasons that I'm not fully proud of, I can't really always leave the North Pole without a lot of duress. But it just needs to be linked to my power. But guess what? Now it doesn't have to stay here because my power has been invested into somebody else. So I could just not have the seal be here. And I understand what you're saying. Sometimes you get a prophecy. Oh, whatever you do, it's going to end up dooming you anyways. Or you don't do anything and it dooms you further. But I'm very much the sort of person that believes in do something and push the edge just a little bit in your favor wherever you can.
Do
So,
something.
what I'm offering is to entrust this seal to you.
We take that. What's that free you up to do?
Well, then at that point, whoever comes hunting for the seals to break it doesn't find me, doesn't destroy the North Pole, and doesn't rip my heart out. And they go hunting for you. But you're a mighty band of heroes free to roam the world, whereas I'm kind of stuck here. And also, you are good and righteous people. Surely you want to be the ones in charge of this artifact.
So, like, if, like, this is just an if, like, if we take your seal
Mm-hmm.
and leave with it,
Mm-hmm.
it's safe when they show up to look for you. But does that mean you're still trapped here like 364 days a year?
Pretty much. I mean, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve, but largely, yes.
I
Now,
mean, he is Satan. You could probably get out every now and then.
I do. I sneak out one. I got caught last time, egg on my face. I wasn't really expecting Ariok to have his agents where they were, and that's on me. I'm very embarrassed by that, but I'm grateful to all of you. Grateful enough that I'll share. I mean, the inverse of that idea is also true. You do have my essence imbued in you, if you'd prefer. I'm not saying that you have to. It is a pretty sweet gig here. You could potentially take over as Santa Claus, and I could take the seal away. Or you could stay here with the seal, and I could leave.
How could we rip your heart out right now? We're just theoretically, we're just workshopping ideas, getting all the options on the table.
Okay.
So if we were to whoop your ass right here,
Right.
rip your heart out of your chest, but we're doing it like really early, that means that whatever was gonna happen in the future where someone came to rip your heart out, they can't do it because we already did it, and we just got you out of the picture entirely.
That is true. And that's fair. You know what? While I'm here, there's a chance you might actually be able to do that.
I mean, why don't we just the thing like seals him, right? Why don't we just seal him somewhere, like in something, so he's not around?
Is that how it works?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
I mean, in all due respect, I'm probably not going to agree to being sealed up somewhere. I understand your line of reasoning. I do. I get
Think of
it.
it like witness protection program, man.
That's kind of already where I'm at, honestly. I did the whole rebellion thing because, look, I was a kid, right? It's like, think about what is it like when you're in your 20s almost? There you are, you get told you're the best thing in the world, you're his favorite creation, and then there's all these fucking monkeys that are suddenly so fucking important. And so you get pissed off and you run away from home and you go start up your own thing. And then this whole bipartisan, political bullshit pulls up, and then hell becomes a pain in the ass. And so you want to quit that too. And
I hand him a joint.
so I'm just saying there's lots of options. And hey, I get it. Throw down with the old scratch. You want to do that? I respect it. I really do. I'd like to offer a couple of alternatives.
Yeah. Is there a way to make this place less shitty? I mean, everybody's unhappy here.
I mean, you probably could. I won't lie. I was kind of locked down here a little bit, but it's not so bad. I mean, I've done what I could to put my personal touches on it, right? And I just take those little victories where I can.
I think maybe there needs to be like a checks and balance system though going on, because maybe you should treat the people here a little better if they're going to be your company for the next while.
I mean, if you want to take over and you want to do that, wonderful.
No.
I'm pretty happy.
You are, but they aren't.
I mean,
I can see it on their faces.
It's me. I mean, right?
Yeah, which makes this hard to take in. You
I
make a
noticed.
mess
Can I
unhappy.
just share something that like makes me really happy? Like I have to get this off my chest.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of Christmas, who do you think of?
Well, now I think he's saying,
Right? Who do most little kids think of when they think of Christmas?
not that.
Not Christ. And it's the best feeling ever. I love it. Sorry, it's petty. It's an old thing, but I just feels good.
Oh man, that's clever as shit, man.
I know, right? Like I really like my job here. I do. I don't want my heart ripped out, but I like it here. I know all the elves are miserable, but it's the little things that keep you going.
Maybe we could find out who's responsible for these events and go kick their crap in.
That's totally viable. You don't need to take the seal if you don't want to. I can keep it here with me, and maybe armed with the knowledge that you have now, you can go rough and tumble, kicking ass around the world, and that's perfectly fine too.
So what happens if the seal breaks?
Well, for the most part, these seals keep terrible things out of the world of man. And I want you to know that I'm a fan of man. I really am. I kind of want to keep something going in this world because you all are just wonderful fun.
Well, I
So
feel
if
like-
nothing else, I don't expect you to believe that I'm a good person by any means, but just believe in my own greed and self-interest.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what I'm getting out of this. Is not good for us. It's good for you.
Can we get like a couple minutes just talk amongst ourselves?
Of course,
Not
are you
you.
all hungry, thirsty?
I mean, I kind of get the munchies. You want some cookies?
Do you prefer sweet or savory, or just what? I'll get a tray set up for you.
Umami.
Mommy, you would ask for a mommy.
I would.
All right, I'll make it so. No, I'll give you some time. Oh, did you have something on you?
I give him the bag of cookies. I'm like, here you go, man. Like, Santa likes cookies.
Oh, I do. And I gotta tell you, I appreciate this. Something tells me this is the good stuff.
Only the best.
I know you. I know what you dream, especially like whenever you tripped last summer. That was amazing. The 3-headed giraffe that was tap dancing, amazing.
Shirley was a blessing in my life when I needed her the most.
Her name was Shirley. I'm actually going to write that down. I'm going to see if the Oracle can pull that dream back up because that was just amazing. Shirley the tap dancing giraffe. Why am I writing that down? I don't know. I was almost going to have Herposaurus Rex show up in the dystopian future. But yeah, no, Lucifer's more than happy to kind of re-ups the Santa Claus illusion. Well, have fun talking amongst yourselves. Don't worry. I can't see and hear everything in my own domain, but, well, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Put a finger in it, man.
All right. I promise to chew my cookies extra loud. I'm going to enjoy this shit.
You'll really enjoy it in an hour. So what are we gonna do?
But it sounds like it's just shit no matter which way we go.
It is kind of a trolley situation.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I know no matter what we do, my future's not gonna change, and like it's fine. I made peace with that a little bit ago with my powers, but I don't want to see that stuff happen to you guys. Like, dude, mysterious stranger, you got lame.
Hey man, like when you're around as long as I am, man, every now and then, like, there's some winners and there's some losers, man.
Nah, you gotta wait at least 100 years until I die to do something that stupid.
You should have been around when I was a sea slug, man. That was lame as shit.
That sounds like the best.
No, man, there was a fish living in my ass.
That's Sea Slug life. Did it once, never again.
Would not recommend.
Anyway. Well, Hellhammer, like, what's
Real
the
son
play?
of a bitch. I just
Yeah.
really want to hit him so hard, but I mean, I don't want to be, responsible for the damn dystopian future nonsense and ushering in
Yeah.
hell on earth and everything.
Yeah, I feel like somehow that's worse.
Yeah, and like it's one of those things like we don't know if our action causes it or our lack of action causes it.
Yeah.
Like if we kick his ass here, like maybe we pull his heart out of his chest, the big bad thing shows up and just drops his corpse over there to fool the oracle.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
Or maybe.
unfortunately, we're missing the middle.
mm,
And he said that prediction was old.
We can't trust a darn thing this guy says or shows us. We don't got to believe any of this stuff. It's possible and everything he shows us doesn't happen. He
That's
just
true.
doesn't want this damn seal around because he knows he's about to get his ass beat, and he don't want to get his ass beat by whoever's about to come looking for the seal. So
That's
this could
also
just
true.
be his way to bait that stuff into our hands. or
he
something.
is,
I mean,
the prince of lies.
The
Whoa,
seal
you're
was
saying you
broken,
don't trust the
though.
devil?
yeah.
The seal was broken in the vision, though, and like bad stuff happened.
But the vision might not be accurate.
The vision
Oh,
We
might
don't
be
know,
true.
man. That seal might not be nothing. We don't know that. He's the one who told us that something would come
I
from
mean,
that
we
seal
could
breaking.
break it right now, and while he's not in here.
Well,
Totally could.
I don't
Okay.
think we want to do that. I mean,
We could.
We could. I mean, just we'll toss it on the ground and you hit it with your hammer. Here's the question, though, man. If we kill Satan here today, do you lose your power again?
Nah, that's a good question. I don't know.
he's,
I
Doesn't mean
wonder
it's a
if I
world
would
without
lose
Satan.
my power.
I
I
mean-
could give up my power for a minute. We didn't have Satan around it.
is that what leads you
Yeah, it'd
back?
just leave you to be an empty shell.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, we said we wanted like a couple minutes here, Lucy. Okay, come on, man. Like at
Sorry,
least
I couldn't help it.
pretend-
I couldn't help it. I'm just saying that
least
that would
pretend
leave you
like
open
you're
to be
not-
possessed by area. Just saying. Sorry. Ignore
hey.
me. Talk amongst yourselves.
300 bits just dropped a complication.
Oh, God.
Initially, that was meant to be just me, but I like the
Oh.
fact that you make it just be like loose for like being nosy.
Like, just
come on,
leaning
man.
around
Like
the
at least
corner.
pretend like you're not listening.
Oh my
I
gosh, so
mean-
we're gonna do a complication, huh?
Does this happen immediately during our conversation?
Doesn't have to be. Let's draw a couple options and we'll see what we get.
I feel like, I mean, we know the seals are important. Does this look like the ones we've seen before? Like, can
It
we tell
does.
if
It absolutely
the
does. Now,
same?
granted, there's the potential. You guys have made some decent points. This is kind of like a Prince of Lies sort of thing. Maybe it's been manufactured. It looks right, but then again, this might be the sort of dude who can make something that looks right.
Yeah, I mean, is there any way that we can like discern the legitimacy of it?
Potentially. But as we ponder that, let me read off some fun options for complications since our good friend dropped some stuff for us there. We have the potential for turmoil. We could take one of the hero's turmoils and like pull it directly into the scene to become like a very central point of the plot. something that would like lead you into direct and clear danger. We could have vulnerability pop up. One of the hero's vulnerabilities plays a significant factor. So somehow, if we choose that complication, somebody's going to have their kryptonite show up or play a factor. Or our third option is a sudden betrayal. An ally of the heroes in the scene suddenly turns against them for reasons of their own.
Wow. Is it I don't know, that's tough.
They all sound
Does
terrible.
Does the person who bought the bits determine who's the betrayer?
I
Or is
think
that,
that's what we've usually done. I'd be down for that.
or is it a random selection?
Okay, so
Turmoil
we've
and
got
sudden betrayal.
roll between turmoil and sudden betrayal. Okay, I'm going to do odd betrayal, even turmoil. Let's see what we get. Odd, even turmoil. Okay. So, who do you have a preference on whose turmoil comes up? I have an idea, but if you've got a favorite there for us, I would propose. We were talking that there are other demons
your
involved
choice,
in the world.
Jeremy.
If it's my choice,
Yeah.
Jeff or Barry, as it were, you hear humming in the background, like a very familiar, almost like lullaby, something that's been with you since you were a kid. Like, you were a carny and your own parents weren't really there for you that often, but you've been handed off stranger to stranger, and there's always been this one consistent like
Who's making that sound?
Huh?
and it just,
Is it just Jeff who hears it?
when he calls it out, there's kind of like that weird awkward silence where nothing, just long enough to make everybody kind of like look at him like it's nothing, and then just very faintly again.
Where's that damn sound coming? Who's whistling?
You see at one point like one of the chochos in the background kind of is whistling it, and then they move past in a doorway.
I go chasing after him. Like, hey. Where'd you hear that song? Right back at you. You better tell me where you got that song from.
And then a little bit further down the hallway, like a little bitty elvish voice is now doing the song.
He's jumping.
Right up that elf. Where'd you hear that song?
Who? I don't know what you're talking about.
Then it kind of dawns on Elhammer what's happening. It's like, oh shit, they're here.
But yeah, you get the feeling that Nicodemo is here in the North Pole somehow. You don't know how he followed you here, but his abilities might work differently in this plane of existence.
Nicky, come on, boy. Come on out. Here, boy. Here, boy. Come on, man. Quit your hiding. Come on, just come on up, mano a mano one of these days. You gotta always let all these other people fight your battles for you, man.
This is more fun this way. As the voice comes out of the little chocho back from behind you again. And it's pretty clear that for whatever reason in this realm, Nicodemo doesn't have to touch to body hop. Because you can tell it's a very significant distance in between.
I look over at Lucy. I'm like, hey, Lucy, you want to lend a freaking hand here? You want us to help you? You want us to protect that damn seal, drag this Nicky Dicky's freaking soul out of this there chocho so we can beat it to death right here in front of you. You do that, we'll take that damn seal and we're protected.
Yeah,
Deal
man.
with the devil.
Give me a
I got
whatever.
nothing. It's 50-50, man. I got no social skills.
As you bring it up, you actually see Santa's eyes kind of get a little bit big. But yeah,
He's
go ahead.
prob-
You can
Okay.
make the try.
This is probably a big win in his books.
No, not even close. 97.
Oh gosh.
Oh wow.
You try, but you actually see something that surprises you. You see Santa's eyes kind of grow wide. He looks a little scared and starts kind of like backing away and out.
Oh, ain't this freaking convenient? And I'll just turn to the group, be like, "Damn, Nicodemus is here. He's hopping. He's hopping again."
How do
I'm
we
still here right in front of you.
How do we
Let
stop
that
him,
fat
man?
man run.
Well, I can go around and bash every one of these dams head in, but I don't think that's going to be very productive.
So
Anyone
It's
else?
It's not. Oh, just get me to him. Hold him down long enough. Let me get inside him.
That sounds really creepy, man. But why you want to get
What's he-
inside Lucy for?
Isn't it obvious?
There's some more. I think we got 4 hero points banked right now.
Oh man.
Is it 4?
Thanks for Melissa. Yeah.
Wow.
You want to take over Lucifer's body, and you want to rule this magical freaking Wonderland. That's what you want?
Yes.
I turn to the rest of the group, like,
What do you know about this fucked up future?
What?
What if this is it, man? Like, we let Nikki hop in Lucy and, like...
Oh, I hate this. It's so hard to talk in this guy.
Sorry about that. That guy, he was kind of a pain in the ass to talk in him.
We dig, man. Like, here's the thing, man. We just got, like, a prophecy that, like, the world's going 8 kinds of south.
Okay.
And so now it's like, are you part of that prophecy too, man?
Well, depends who was in charge there.
Well, Lucifer was dead, man.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I couldn't
mean-
give one shit or the other.
But what if you were still in Lucifer when he was dead?
Well, that's definitely that's a shame.
Oh shit, man. I've got it figured out. Like, Team Huddle, like, you stay over there, Nikki.
For a minute.
Just for a second,
Okay.
man.
Hey, Barry, can I say something? It's important to me that not really,
Okay, you can go ahead.
but it's important for me to get this off my chest. Look, I know that I groomed you, but I took a lot of pride into getting you to the place that you are. And that drunk son of a bitch that squirted you out might have been your father, but he was never your daddy. I was the one who was always there for you. Sure, I had different faces, different roles, but just remember who was always there for you, who always believed in you.
Oh,
Just
don't
remember
worry.
that.
I ain't gonna ever forget you, Nikki. Don't worry at all.
I love you too, Barry.
Okay, time out. We got to huddle.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
like, what if,
the
like,
hell?
yeah, like, what if we, like, get Nikki in Lucifer's body, smash the seal, and kill both of them at once, man?
Well, I don't know why we're smashing the seal. Aren't the seals the things we want to protect?
It's like elder gods or something comes pouring through or whatever.
Oh, so the seal, we need to keep the seal safe.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's unrelated to killing Lucifer.
I don't think so. I don't think they're like directly connected. It's just like correlated, as in if you kill him, you're probably wanting to kill him because you want to break the seal.
So he protects the seal.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the seal protects us.
Shit, now I'm confused again, man. Like, I was just thinking we let the two of them shack up together and then just kill one body and get, two
for one.
assholes.
Then, like you said, if we let him into the body, that could be the damn thing that
Sets
brings
it off,
on this
man.
apocalypse, man.
So I think we just need to go with our gut and just try and kill Nikki, because that's what you want, right?
I mean, yeah, but we're just gonna end up killing these dumb elves and
Just gotta get
JoJos and.
person to person. Hell, we don't have
It
any way to
ain't.
fight them.
Eventually,
You
So
guys got some magics or something.
I don't,
Um,
man.
I mean, we could always just put him in Lucifer, and before he understands how to use that body, just take him out.
He still
Yeah,
jumps.
but then
Just jumps.
does that break the seal, letting the shitpocalypse show up, man?
I think
I'm
the
a-
seal's separate.
I'm gonna look up, see if he's listening to us. If Nikki's close enough to be listening to us.
And also, man, if he's jumping bodies like that, that means that eventually we're gonna kill all the other hosts, and he's gonna have to pick one of us.
I've got
Holy shit,
I've
this
got
is
two
real ginger.
plans.
That's good.
I got two ideas. Okay.
Yeah.
First, I don't know which one's better. First idea. Okay, if we just kill everybody here, okay, then he can't hop into anybody.
Nice.
Okay, because it's probably got like a distance thing, you know.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure though there's like no cats or anything around too, because I don't want him to be hopping into like a kitty cat or something like that. Because I didn't think about that. That's one plan. Other plan, fast grass. Weren't you able to like get him into
Oh
him?
yeah. Well, I was gonna say like I can just grab him and like put him in something else.
I mean, if we
Right.
putting him in something else, let's move though. I mean, he's got to be out of things to kill him. I think.
Hmm.
'Cause remember when Hellhammer killed that one guy he was in?
Okay,
Hmm.
you know we don't got to bring that up. Shortcut, like I don't bring up all your mistakes.
I mean, it happened. It happened. But we learned something. We learned something.
To
Okay.
forgive is divine.
We're
can always-
talking here. Why no one just respects the huddle? Well, I don't understand this. It's just
Yeah, when we say we're huddling, it means without you.
absurd. Like, it's
It's
very
so hard
disappointing,
not-
Nikki.
I'm sorry. It's just, you know.
Like if we can get him out of that body into some sort of form, like maybe we could do something with him.
I mean, I could always portal us to somewhere that there's nothing at. We don't have to kill everything here.
Oh no. I don't want to kill everybody here. I'm just saying, like, if we get fast grass to like rip him out of what
Now,
he's in.
side note, maybe he can tell us if this thing, the seal, is real.
Man, you can't
Well,
trust anything Nikki
yeah.
says. He's a son of a bitch too.
But
Well, he's in that one thing's body right now, man. Like, can you just like portal him to the moon? Like, wham bam, like super secret, fast, stealthy?
I mean, yeah, probably would that kill him?
I don't have a gun in this game, Jeremy. I'm
I
sorry.
know, but that's just it's etched to my brain.
I mean, I could clairvoyance to the moon and just do the thing.
Well, just,
Thought about
we
that.
kill one elf and trap Nicodemus on the moon.
Wait, send him like to the sun.
Yeah,
Or I'll
but
send him to Mars so we can start Doom.
no, yeah, because Mars is occupado, so like he would just have a host of creatures up there, and the sun's alive, so like you don't want him to take over the sun.
I'm gonna
Oh,
cycle back to that Mars thing later, but yeah.
Mars is occupado.
With lots of
Dude.
creatures apparently.
Hey, Doom is a great game.
Well,
And somebody's got to start it.
I don't care.
I mean, honestly, that's not a bad hook if we ever do the.
The space one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's no right answer here.
Can you open a portal to the moon?
I mean, if I can see it,
Can you see it, Jeremy?
I could clairvoyance it.
Yeah, I
Look
was
it
about
up
to
and
say,
see
you're
something.
in kind of like a weird thing. Like the moon that you see in here might not be what you think it is.
Yeah.
But true, you are shortcut. And God bless you. You can do the double dip of clairvoyance.
I don't know. There's no right answer. We need to do something.
It's true. I apologize. I kind of shook up a big bag of shit for y'all. And
No. This is fine.
I like the idea of I kind of do like the idea of just taking out Lucifer by throwing Nicodemus at him. Lucifer was kind of like worried looking.
Two birds, one
Well,
stone.
he's just concerned for himself. We know that. But
Yeah.
at
Oh,
the same
man.
time,
Two birds, one stone. But also, like, when dealing with like prophecies and shit, man, like there's no more coincidences.
yeah.
Hmm.
The thing also is like, while Lucifer is bad, he's still trying to keep the people on Earth safe for his own selfish satisfaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that. He's, he treats his people here real fucking bad. But is it a greater good thing? Like, the kids don't need presents. I mean,
They don't, but it's also like the things he keeps out, from this side.
and especially if I'm gonna, become a corporate shill here in a little while, like not having a person delivering presents means that's a market I could move in on.
Okay, so now we
Maybe
definitely
that's
Sam.
part of the future. Maybe that's actually part of the future.
Yeah.
Because Lucifer is dead in that future.
Hey, like, we got to go with something here. We've got the portal to the moon thing. We've got the put Nikki inside. Stop with your nod. When I see your head nod, I know you're listening to us. Inside Lucifer, and then see what happens.
Sorry, I'll go take over a Yeti for a while. They look like fun. I'll be back.
Okay.
They might be.
I don't like either that or like if Lucifer's trapped here, would Nicodemus be trapped here?
Like, we just ask Lucy if there's another way to trap Nicodemus, like in like a tin can or something. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go find him and
Okay.
chase that coward down.
Lucy, where you at? Lucy.
I'll turn into a bloodhound.
Okay.
No, I'm going to. I learned this from the missing link. I'm going to use the abilities of a bloodhound
There you go.
and just start sniffing everything so I can track Lucifer down.
Okay.
Like some floppy ears and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I just want floppy ears and a big old droopy nose. Like I'm going to turn into Droopy Dog.
Wonderful.
And that's my 80.
Okay.
Fuck. Can I hero point? If I spend a hero point, that makes my success from an 80 to a 90, right?
It does.
I'll hero
I'll roll.
point that.
You're okay with that? I'm gonna roll a chaos die. Nothing came up.
Oh.
So yeah, you do. It strains you to do so.
I'll
yeah,
use one of our banked hero points.
Yeah. So yeah, you've got kind of like some general smells of like mint, cocoa, and then
Cowardice.
something a little infernal blended in.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, spelled with an S.
Oh man, yes, cinnamon. Honestly, that was potentially going to be a gag I was going to use for if you really investigated further for the stuff that was spread around the circle, as it was going to be cinnamon.
It's wonderful.
You have such a beautiful mind, Jake. I love you. But yeah, you do smell all that. You can kind of follow it. But yeah, you can. You're somebody called out that he was a coward. You can see that. Yeah, he's very clearly run away, shut lots of door behind him, and seems to kind of be heading into the depths of his stronghold here. You eventually do successfully follow him until you get to a spot where it seems like there's a doorway that's like magically warded shut.
Like, before we do anything about it, this tells me he's not afraid of us. Otherwise, he probably would have acted the same way to us.
Yeah,
Really afraid of that guy.
that seems like a fair assumption. he was okay with you guys picking a fight with him. He seems much more nervous about the body hopper.
Either he's confident, he knows something.
That's
It's
why
almost
I
like it was a
looked,
totally
yeah.
random complication that was not planned for.
Yeah, I think I can you use your clairvoyance to look into the room that Lucifer's in and just drop Nicodemus in there?
I'd have to be able to see
Are
the two
we?
of them at the
Yeah.
same time. I don't know if that's what we want to do.
I don't think that's what we want to do quite yet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Guys, knock on the door.
Sure you can.
Hey, Lucy.
Hi.
Hi. So, what you doing?
Well, taking just a little bit of time to kind of get my head together, and this is a really bad time to be eating these cookies.
Right.
I'm kind of regretting some of my choices right now.
Sure.
I was not expecting him to be here.
Why are you so afraid of Nikki?
I mean, he's always, he's always been like the whole like, oh, down with the 1%ers sort of thing, right? Like, oh, he's so important because he's a working class demon. I worked hard to get what I got, right?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, at one point I did.
No, not really.
He convinced other people to do it.
Hey,
Yeah. I mean,
Did something, but it wasn't the heavy lifting.
right. You do not have dirt underneath your fingernails, you know?
maybe metaphorically, I do.
No, not really. Hey, you know how we can stop Nikki over here? You know how we can stop his hoppity hoppity?
You would need I mean, yeah, you could get the right type of focus or vessels. It'd be something similar to a phylactery.
And you got one of them on hand? This winter wonderland of yours?
Not here. No.
That's
You guys have one. Well, you had one. Or you've got something that you could use from. Look, I'm sorry. I've spied on you a little bit. But it'd be a long jaunt back home to pick it up. But that one diamond that you had would
The
do
one
it.
in the trash pile.
Oh yeah. So that's his phylactery?
Would no, but it could be used as
Force him
one.
into one.
I mean, normally it
Yeah.
would probably be used to focus a lot of supernatural energy, but you could probably do a ritual to trap him in it and then destroy it, sort of like a soul gem almost.
Can't shortcut, just go back and get it. You can clairvoyance on our own home, the trash bag.
You could. I'll give you fair warning. Trying teleportation magic out of here is.
Oh, man, you're just a pain in my ass.
I know. Hey, look, when the Lord Elias is shooting straight with you, it's an off day. But there you go. I just answered your question. You could use that. You'd have to do some, occulty nonsense, but you've got an occultist with you that would be able to perform the ritual. You'd have to get him into an area, convince him to stay there while it was performed, and keep him from running away. But you could viably trap him in the soul gem and then destroy the soul gem, and he would be dead.
Yes, any
Captain
particular
Kira.
area we can hang out? We can kind of put him in an area where you can block that that hoppity thing. I'm assuming like in the room you're in right now might work. If we were to let him inside there and close the door behind him, he could probably not escape. Is that an accurate assumption?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I think we're going to do that. So we'll be back in a few minutes. You just hang tight. I hope you have a good trip. We're going to go make some arrangements. We'll be back. Don't worry. We'll take care of this.
Oh, that seal.
Salt of the earth, this one.
Mind if we take that with us for now?
No. See, I'm this doorway staying closed and sealed.
No, the seal.
Oh yeah, please do. Yeah.
Oh, staying closed and sealed until we come back with a plan, and then we're going to reopen it, let Nicky inside so that we can then trap him, and he won't bother either of us anymore.
Oh, I thought shortcut meant he wanted you to take the seal of
That's
dimension.
Oh no, that's cool. You can hang out in your hidey hole, you little coward. That's fine. No worries.
No,
Hey.
I want to take the seal with us.
Go for it. I left it back in the Oracle's room. It's all yours.
You know, just side note here, really quick.
Mhm.
Maybe if that seal's really important, you might not just want to go leaving it places. I'm just, just gonna throw that out there. But no, don't worry about it right now.
Who has an observational skill that they would like to roll?
I mean, I've got.
I have read the
watch
situation.
for trouble.
So I'll let you roll watch for trouble. Or read the situation and watch for trouble. Both of you go ahead and do that.
Okay. Pass.
Okay, so you both pass, and kind of just because comic book logic and pacing, as soon as you say that, Fast Crass, you kind of get this feeling in your stomach, and you're like, oh shit, we're all here at this door, and it's back in the Oracle's room. And then around the time you're saying that shortcut, hear something, and you just hear this loud, Yeti smash!
Oh God.
You go back to find that Nicodemo in a Yeti's body has smashed and broken the seal.
Well,
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about watching that thing now.
solves one of our problems. Not in the way we wanted, but
I was
Solved
not
it.
anticipating that, but it's just kind of.
Nicky, you still want to go hop in Lucy's body?
Yeah, very much.
All right, come on. I mean, the seal's broken. Screw it. Let's burn the whole damn thing down. Start over.
All right, I'm good with that.
Oh man.
Why'd you break the seal? And I don't see how it's
Being
gonna help
honest,
out your boss. I'm just saying.
I really hate him. I just really fucking hate him.
That's fair.
well, that's
Yeah.
not him. That's us.
Well,
It's over.
God, why am I in yet?
Okay. Yeah.
There's a very confused Yeti standing next to you now. He just kind of scampers away.
It's just, I worked so long for Baphomet. I worked really hard on Barry, and you kind of saw what went down with that, and with Ariok, and just honestly, like, there's always kind of been this thing, like, there's some of us demons who've, had to stay here on the material plane. We've done all the real work. I mean, who do you think really gets all those souls signed? Who do you think makes all the real deals? Huh? And who gets all the credit for it, right? Shit does not roll downhill. That's bullshit. I've listened to that for fucking ever, and I'm tired of it. And, I kind of want to change. I feel like some things have gone in a way I wasn't expecting recently, and I feel like I'm just going to go with it.
What can you do as Satan?
Well, yeah, if I'm in his body, then I can get invited to some places I couldn't have gone before. And then I'm going to go fucking nuts.
I mean, are you gonna be a
What does
problem
that
for
mean?
us, or are you gonna leave us alone and let us be?
Okay, I'm not going to lie. On a long enough timeline, I'll probably fuck with you a little bit.
I mean, can you wait 20 years? Because I'll be dead then.
Yeah, that's not very fair.
I mean, you got immortality.
I mean, I could probably spend 20 years or more doing what I want to do. I mean, it's hard for me to promise you a specific timeline, but you know what? That would give my boy Barry here long enough to kind of tie up whatever loose ends he's got. I think that's fair.
Maybe find a nice young lady to settle down with. Maybe get, put a diamond on her finger. As I look over towards Shortcut.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, maybe give you some grandkids, right?
Maybe we could groom one of your grandkids to be a host or something.
Right.
then-
I mean, sure. You know that's good. I really don't want to
And then like
trap
that'd be
him
so
into
crazy.
one
Like,
specific life
but like,
plan.
could you like I raised you and then you raised me? How crazy would that be?
Boy, I gotta say this is real exciting and all, but I gotta find a restroom somewhere. I think.
Yeah. I mean, once he starts drinking the eggnog, there, Nikki, it just goes right through him. Just goes right through him.
So I'm gonna wander off somewhere, and I'm gonna attempt to go find myself a diamond. I think.
Meanwhile, silently in the room on the other side of the door, like, somebody's lying. Just like a little cutaway
Beautiful.
panel of like Satan chuckling that he knows you're lying.
So I poke
Of me.
Hellhammer. I'm like, so really putting him in the other dude then, or
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I agree with him. Like down with the 1%.
yeah,
You know?
I can help. I'll just like astral project through the wall and like shove him in there.
Well, that's an idea. That's the thing, Nikki. He's got this little spell thing. Like we're just kind of stumped on how to get through that there door. You know, it's just it's so tricky. You know.
So I'm going to say, I think as conversation goes on, I don't think it's unfair to ask for at least some sort of deception check to kind of
Perform for an audience. I think. I'm acting, man.
I believe him.
I am acting.
I'm down
right
with
here.
it. I am totally down with it.
I'm good to go. 30 seconds.
Yeah. I think on some level, he just wants to believe it. Like, this is kind of like this weird circumstance that
I
nobody
keep calling him
expected.
daddy. I'm like, yeah, come on, dad. You want Papa?
Honestly, that makes him look really happy, except it's weird because he's in the little elf's body and you just,
I never really thought I would actually have a chance to hear you say that. It's just, I know I'm an abomination and, a villain
Yeah,
ripped
all
from
of
the
us
very
are
fabric of hell.
abominations. You know, I mean, we all got our problems. It's all right.
Yeah. You're not who I tried to form you into, but you're still, you've done some great things there, Barry.
Yeah.
Let's go kill Satan.
Hey.
Right?
Hey, I've been waiting a long time to hear that. Yep. Long
Yeah.
time. Certainly waiting. Like, definitely want to do that quickly.
Oh man, I felt a little bit. I felt a little bad hopping into Rudolph like that. I did.
You know, I
Oh.
thought it might be Rudolph. You know, I did. It was either Rudolph or it was Dr. Karloff, one of the two. You know, you never know with him. He's all spooky, mystical, whatever nonsense.
or it would have been fun if it was like maybe one of the sharks.
Catch a
Oh, that'd be
ride.
good.
And
Catch a
like there was some
ride.
shark that you missed in the rear of the plane. And then later on, one of the spiders attacked the shark. Like this bizarre shark
Yeah.
versus spider combat.
That's fantastic.
Nicodemo in the spider's body coming up.
Taking long leaps to get there.
Uh-huh. Just like the most bizarre flashback panel of the nonsense he went through to get here. Because that was not like Ashley pulled like one hell of a complication into this. As if we didn't have enough.
Twice now she's done it.
Yeah. Just delightful. I love you, Ashley. Thank you.
I hope Shortcut could get back from his leak there. I mean, I want him to see it, Like I mean, he's been part of this. He's a good friend of mine, So let's just hang tight until he gets back,
So yeah, Shortcut, whatever you want to do. You've got a little bit of time.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to hope for some strong dice here. Because I think starting off with clairvoyance, trying to
Yeah.
I have a couple points.
trying to
left.
skip through here.
We've got some hero points.
I think we
There
got
you go.
3 banked.
You
Yeah.
do. Okay.
Pass.
So you kind of, fortunately, your clairvoyance kind of merges with the energies of the dreaming, and instead of blocking it, it does kind of help flow you into the right direction. And so you're trying to look for the big garbage heap.
Yeah, I want to find where that diamond is in it.
Okay, so yeah, that's fair. You can focus on the diamond. I think that's fair. So a long time ago, I had you guys do some checks while you were like moving everything out of the house and nobody
Yeah.
succeeded. But The diamond is in a lab, like what looks to be a very fancy lab, kind of like a corporate environment, maybe.
Oh, so they got it back.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair guess.
Somebody ransacked our old digs.
Yeah, it's not like we were guarding it or anything.
We just kind of assumed that it being hidden in trash would would be good.
Not good.
Yeah, you
enough.
can see, and because you're doing clairvoyance, you can actually see this lab is messed up. There are you see several different types of supernatural creatures that are all in these weird secured pods or whatever. And you can see that they have them divided into like different categories of supernatural creatures. And you see them all being put through horrible, horrible experiments. And then they're just kind of experimenting with like, what happens when we do this? You see like a little energy trickle go over to the crystal and you see it resonate. Oh, okay. What happens if we, pour acid on a pixie? I don't know. And then watch the reaction of that. You just see all these horrible corporate scientists like doing various experiments on different types of supernatural creatures and then channeling the essence to the diamond.
Oh boy,
They're good people.
I don't think this is a great idea either. But what if this fucks shit up too? I mean, they said they could make them.
Because we needed to add even more bullshit into our decision-making process.
We
I'm
haven't
sorry.
gotten enough kicks to the wiener tonight.
He used his power, and I'm like, if he's focusing on the diamond, he's gonna see it.
Yeah, I mean, they said they could make more of them, didn't they? They acted like they were a dime a dozen. Well, I gotta see if I can make my portal at all or not.
It's true. So you're gonna portal into the.
Well, I can open it up and just reach through.
Okay. I'm pretty excited for this.
It's a pass, technically.
Yeah.
Somewhere there is a room full of dickhead scientists like, oh yes, we're doing our experiments with this diamond, and then
What?
it's gone.
Okay. So as you do that and you pull the diamond away from the supernatural energies that are going on there, the good news is it's not going to happen directly to you, Dan. But I'm going to draw a couple cards and you're going to get to choose what horrible complication happens in that corporate lab due to just yanking this diamond out mid-experiment.
Yeah.
There
That's
could
kinda what I was
be
expecting.
there could be critical injuries. You could be responsible for the death of many, many people. There's a trapped under rubble. You could basically just cause the majority of the building to collapse. Or, oh, here's a nice one. That thing's gonna explode. You could have caused some horrible
Yes.
supernatural explosion.
Yes, do it.
Like by taking it out, it causes an explosion.
Because at this point, they're funneling all sorts of different energies into this one focused point. If you remove that, comic book weird
Streams
logic.
cross. There's a
Now, the
laser going
diamond-
into each one.
the
Side.
diamond is still fine though. Like I'm not pulling it over and it explodes all over me.
Now, obviously, I would do the thing where, like, the blast, you get knocked back by the blast. I'm not going to hurt you by this. I'm letting you choose the doom.
I do like the idea of all this stuff funneling into it, lacking like a destination now and just backfiring catastrophically.
Yeah, that way all those poor things are spared a fate of suffering anymore, and all those terrible people are gone, and they can't really get any of the research because everything will be gone.
Okay, so I'm just going to take a quick moment to note Hearst Labs Supernatural Nuke.
Slabs. There goes your big job.
I would say that, like, you recognize the symbol on somebody in there. So, yeah, it's Hearst Labs. They're the people. Hearst Labs. What a night.
What a night indeed.
Natural. And you see the energies gathering. And it
Portal
is.
shut. I'm gonna leave my clairvoyance on. Portal shut.
It's pretty fucking
I mean,
horrible.
It's up to you on the timing for that, of course. So
Yeah, no, I'll say like maybe the energy of it like knocks you out of it you watch it for a while, but the resonance of this supernatural explosion does kind of like rattle you away from it. But it's like full on, like think the mushroom cloud sort of thing, except there are like ghosts and screaming skulls and like shrieking, and the veil is torn where it explodes. Yeah, it's fine. It's nothing it's not going to do anything to you here in the North Pole. Everything is fine for you in the North Pole right now.
Yeah, it probably made things worse for us at home, though. Could be one more step towards that apocalypse.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
We totally caused a dystopia tonight.
So little of this was planned.
Mm-hmm. Like how earlier we are like, geez, I wonder if this happens and this could cause a dystopia. That happened. No, we figured it out. All of this is.
I would like
I mean,
to.
once you have a direction, you can line up the plot points to there.
I would kind of like to hope that we prevented one horrible future and kicked off another completely worse. Yeah.
A different
sort of the sinister dystopia. Now it's the blatant dystopia.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Just just fire and brimstone everywhere now. That's all it is.
But yeah, you've got the diamond.
Yeah.
And like you kind of maybe have the whole thing where your hair's kind of like poofed back a little bit from the energy. Like even if it was just by you doing like you're spying in magically, something about that blast actually caused you to kind of have the whole like got like a little bit of singeing around the face.
You know what? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you've got it. You did it.
I don't know how I'm gonna sneak this into Hellhammer's hands, but that's the next goal.
Okay.
Would be into Karloff's hands, wouldn't it? Isn't he the one that would do the ritual?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't know if you want to be the one.
I don't know what the hell to
deliver
do.
it.
Yeah. So meanwhile, you kind of come back, and Lucifer continues to be relatively unresponsive behind his secure door. And you've got Nicodemo, who's kind of like just kind of eating it up, like actually having some bonding time with Barry. And and you what? So Fastgrass, you seem okay too. You know what?
Yeah.
That tackling thing the other day, that was a real eye opener for me. It really was.
I didn't think it was gonna work. I just kind of rolled with it, and like it was just kind of too cool to pass up. I'm sorry about like how embarrassing that was when I shoved you up the goat's butt, though. Like it just seemed like the funniest option at the moment to like diffuse the situation. I don't like to fight. I'm not good at it.
I'm not gonna lie. Took me a couple of days to move past it. I was pretty angry. I was, but time heals all wounds. Looking back, I mean, shoving a demon up a goat's ass is pretty funny.
It was pretty hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
Come on, Baphomet, a goat.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, it's your buddy.
I think I got some on me. Can you come help me check? It's bad.
I'll go back there and I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll see what I can do.
We've been trying to potty train him for years. He's just
Yeah.
So I feel bad, but you've kind of just been a little bit frazzled there, Shortcut. I would ask you to try some form of deception. Doesn't have to specifically be, but if you've got something that you can throw out there to kind of help keep yourself composed.
I do actually have lie to someone.
Wonderful.
Otherwise I have conceal something as well.
Oh, I would let you do either. I feel like lie to someone is going to help prevent him from even think to really check you out. Conceal something might be, you might look a little off, but you successfully.
Yeah, I think we'll start with lie to someone.
Okay.
And then if I get the sus, then we'll try to conceal something.
Okay.
That's all right.
Okay. Man, he probably really did hit the eggnog too hard. Look at him. That guy's he's a lightweight. See how
Yeah,
Barry
came
just
out.
assumes that you're, or, sorry, not Barry. Nicodemo just assumes that you're drunk.
Yeah, I mean, you just stick your head in the toilet. I mean,
You put your head in the toilet here? Just
and then you go with a little hair dryer, and I mean the hand dryer, and then. Sorry.
You see him just like shaking his head in kind of disbelief and disgust as the gem gets passed over to Dr. Karloff.
I mean, it look all right. I'm going to be asking Dr. Karloff as I'm like,
I'll take a look at the gem and try to suss out its capabilities as serving as a phylactery.
Yeah. Oh, it's fully capable of doing that. Like that's kind of a freebie given what was already shared with you. You
Here's
could
a
do
good
a skill. Oh, sorry.
Power, including souls.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah. No, this thing is 100% viable for that.
All right, now we just need to get him in a room with this thing, get the ritual popped off, and make him want to be there.
And you could use your occult expertise to know that ritual if you like.
I think I will, yeah.
I mean, this is definitely a campaign where like the occultist is very useful when he's useful.
I don't think we have any other method to fight him reasonably. So
now it's just a matter of doing it.
We got to
Put
get
the bell on the cat.
the state.
We have to. Yeah, we're gonna get in Satan's or Lucifer's room. Yeah.
So, like, am I putting him in Satan?
I'm just
Yes.
kidding.
Okay. So I can just like and do it, I think.
it's
We
yeah.
gotta
Unless
get in
that
the room
mag-
first, right?
Unless the magical field can't come down. Because that might block me out.
It might. You could always try to do it anyways. What's the worst that could happen?
A lot.
A lot.
I can get us in the room. It's fine.
I remember
Whatever gets us there, man.
Knock on
Right.
the door. Be like, "Hey, Lucy," and I'm just like looking at Nikki the whole time, like, "Hey, Lucy, yeah, we took care of him. He ain't here no more. You can go on, open up. As we talked about before, we taking care of the problem. He's all gone. You don't gotta be scared no more."
Look, Barry, I appreciate it. You know I know when you're lying, right?
I know. We took care of the problem. Nikki ain't here no more. You don't got to worry about him taking you over or nothing. Like, it's fine. Like, you can open the door. So, like, my idea is like,
Yeah, you're kind of
You know what
trying
I
to
mean?
do the double.
so like I feel, yeah. So like I mean I know he can sense that I'm lying about
Yeah.
Nikki being here, but I also feel like we had the discussion earlier that
Yeah.
like we're gonna use his room to actually take care of Nikki.
He's just really nervous. I feel like a
Man.
dick for asking for so many checks, but it's just a weird situation. Like this is kind of like, does your double talk work, or does he play it safe and just keep the door closed? But
Man,
you could
called us
be
here for a reason, man. It's because we can get stuff done, and we're sitting here getting this stuff done. So just go ahead and open that door.
It is a pretty fine performance, though. If you want to use, because
Okay.
you have that, right?
Yeah, perform for an audience is
Yeah.
my number one.
So you're probably gonna make it, and you
Yeah, I'm good.
do.
Yeah.
You hear the muttering of several like incantations before it happens. And so when he does open the door, instead of like looking like the portly Santa Claus that you saw earlier, you see looks like a good almost 10 feet tall, just majestic, beautiful, wearing full plate armor, lots of gleaming runes all across it. Big old, like, angelic sword by his side.
You clean up good, Lucy. And I was gonna start like pushing my way inside. Like, what you got hiding in here? Come on, boys, let's see what we got in here. Just gonna start pushing past him and try to get everyone in
Yeah, I'll go.
before we close the door.
Okay. So he lets you all come in. And okay, we're right at midnight. I feel like that's not a bad place to close. I think like right as you're all coming through the door,
I
just
I was gonna say I want to use my super speed to get Nicodemus in there too.
fair enough. Go ahead and roll your
before
super
he can,
speed. That you hit on a very good thing I was about to ask
before
about.
he closes the door on him. Yeah,
You
I
do.
get that.
Satan does try to close the door, but with your super speed, you zip him in there right before Satan has a chance to close the door and reward it. And then there's kind of that awkward like silence as he looks at all of you, and he looks it over at the elf that Nicodemo is. Okay, then. And then, yeah, I think that's probably a good spot to pick up next time.
All right.
Everything just goes completely nuts.
Yeah. We did. By we, I mean me. Certainly ruined some things.
I feel like we were good early because we went through the whole things. It was Ashley's fault.
Yeah, I mean, really.
Man, that just added. It was what a twist. Like that was a perfect complication to toss in. Like I had no plans for that whatsoever. And as soon as the way it came up, it was like Nicodemo, with his ability to body hop, would legitimately be one of the few people that Satan would sincerely be afraid of at this point in time. That's great. I love it. I did not anticipate that.
Yeah.
Neither did we.
And I didn't anticipate like then that led to the whole like phylactery, and you use your ability to view the labs, and now you know what's going on there, and then you cause like some sort of horrible
destruction.
And then and the seal got left for Nicodemo to break, and
Man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was just oversight on our part.
Whoops.
Oops.
And
I feel like it was still on Lucifer though. Like it was his, you know what I mean? Like that's one's on him.
We hadn't
hadn't been
officially
handed over
taken
to
it
us.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was asking him for it because I thought he had it.
Yeah. I sometimes enjoy playing like the major demons are actually pretty cowardly, because Baphomet was actually pretty cowardly when he was in a bad position. I like that all these major like demon guys are, push comes to shove, if they're endangered, they are cowards.
They have the most to lose in theory, and it costs them nothing to put somebody else to work for them.
Yeah. Anyways, so there we were after a very crazy session. Thank you everybody who stuck with us through this utter madness. And Ashley, wow, just real choice. Thank you.
Already got the plan for how to conduct the ritual.
You technically got 2 complications for the price of 1.
That's true. That is very true. I like double dipping.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's do some reverse order here. So our beautiful bear, Jeff, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, you can find me over on twitch.tv/thelollygaggers. It's where we play a bunch of different tabletop role-playing games with some of the people you see here and with others as well. Next stream for us is Monday when we're continuing our Alien game. And we're going to be starting some new games in March. We're going to be starting up Things from the Flood over on the Free League Publishing channel, and we're going to be starting up Delta Green over on our own channel. So new stuff coming down the pike for us.
That is really cool. Jake, I got to tell you, your background there is my personal mantra. Just what's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen?
We're trying to find it every day.
We're digging towards it, yeah.
We'll get there.
Man.
We'll find out.
Yeah. You're going to be pretty crucial in the upcoming session. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No pressure. No pressure.
Oh, yeah. I think I've already got it all worked out. I've already got it
Okay.
all.
If anybody would know how to become the man, it would be you. And then who's this like leaning down, kind of giving us the eye? It's Dion. Is that the smolder? Are you giving us the smolder?
Oh, I'll smolder you any day. Uh,
Oh,
yeah. Hi, I'm Dion. Substance is used on Twitch. I'm a member of Defenders of the Kobold. I'm just here to have a good time and prove every day that Jeremy is in fact a good person.
what? I'm gonna make you work for it. And then Dan, how do you feel?
Boy, I'm gonna need to get like my Gendo Ikari pose here. For as much as I'm fucking things up.
No, it was wonderful. Bless your heart.
Pretty fun though. I'm pretty excited about where this is going. I think it's going downhill and we're making it go faster.
It's great. I'm pretty happy. And then last but not least, HBIC Chuck, you beautiful bastard.
Yeah, that's me. So what is today? Today's Wednesday, so you've already watched our Wednesday show. You swing back by here Friday, 9 p.m. Central. We're running some Mutant Year Zero. And this Saturday at 9 p.m. Central over on Goodman Games Official, we're going to be running the funnel, the DCC horror funnel, Creep Scrag Creep. And Jeremy, you're in that. And
I'm excited.
Dan, you're in that. Jake, are you in that or no?
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't remember. We've got four players. It's going to be a nice intimate setting, and I don't remember who else playing that. But that's fine. Yeah, it's Dan, Eddie, Jeremy, and Bert. So yeah, good crew. So yeah, that's Saturday. Most importantly, we got a goddamn zine that we're kickstarting right now. So if you haven't already backed it, you should head on over and you should back it. The link's there, so go do it. And that's what I got.
Awesome. Well, thank you all again for sitting. Oh,
where can they find you?
That's a good point. I'm always bad about that. So yeah, I do other comic book nonsense on the side at a place called the Plewdcast, PLEWD. Come check it out. Why not? And yeah, in the meanwhile, you can always trust for things to go from bad to worse. So meanwhile, why not just be spectacular to each other and make the best of your days? Thank you and peace out.